Welcome back, everybody, to the Bladesong Dynasty. This is episode number 5 of our recurring role-playing dynasty in King of the Castle. We've been playing this for about a month, and we're going to be playing this for another couple months, probably until episode 12 or 13, so we're still in the early stages of the game. A lot happened last episode, but it's been some time since we played, so I have a summary for you, prepared by our dear Dawish Lurks, to get us caught up on what happened. In case you're wondering what all of this is about, we're playing King of the Castle, which is a player versus viewers versus viewers versus viewers game in a medieval fantasy world, in which I play as a monarch and you play as the nobles from 3 different regions that try to scheme and conspire against me. I'm trying to keep my crown, you're trying to get your claimant on the throne. Except, in this dynasty, we are not really trying to play to win necessarily, but we're playing to roleplay. We do a lot of roleplaying. I roleplay my monarchs and I don't play optimally, but I basically decide a character for them, and then I make choices according to that character. And I encourage you all to do the same, to roleplay and to just have fun with your characters, instead of just trying to win. There is some info on that you can see right there in chat, posted by Vaspier. There's a link to background info for the dynasty that has everything you need to know to get started, and to know how this is different from a basic King of the Castle game. With that said, let me read to you our summary to get you caught up with what happened previously in the Bladesong Dynasty. In the reign of King Callimaco IV, the Rodent, who reigned from the year 1001 to the year 1003. Monarch Callimaco III had raised their adopted cousin alone, teaching him how to wield the church as a political tool and to never take his strength for granted. If you remember, Callimaco III, the Callimacos had a saint in their lineage too, which is why we have all 10s in faith. The prince knew something of misfortune. A terrible clash of lances had left the unrivaled jouster broken yet unbeaten, a technicality in which he took pride. As a king, he took his predecessors' pragmatism to heart and planned to keep their legacy alive. He ruled through bribes and promises of bribes, but while cynical, King Callimaco IV was reliable and humble. He dared not have greater ambition than keeping the kingdom at peace. As soon as Saint Callimaco III passed away, miracle worker Ortega contested their heir's religious prominence. But the established church prevailed with miracles of its own. The heretic was exiled, and her followers brought back into the fold. Callimaco IV had the matter of the pirates finally taken care of by offering a large bounty for the head of the pirate queen, paid for by raising taxes. Yet he was good enough with money that he soon could pay back the nobles without neglecting the kingdom's needs. He got to be put in charge of the linen business and took to calling linen cloth holy sheet. And by the way, I saw some of you, I don't remember who it was, it might have been Bond Viewer or Kitsune, God, I don't remember, but some of you mentioned the holy sheets in their stories. Or was it Swede? God, there was somebody, I think it was Baron. The barons called for reforms to reinforce the army and have it led the weak forces of the other regions. The warrior king undermined their efforts while using their soldiers as lucrative mercenaries, yet the martial lords built up their strength on their own. Pretexting republican sympathies within Callimaco, Baroness Gloria Chara, a distant cousin of his with a criminal past, led the Magnolia coup against the capital. The king grimly surrendered himself to spare his followers from a vain and bloody last stand. Consigned to a rat-infested dungeon for the rest of his days, derided as the Rodent by rebels, the last Callimaco became a martyr for loyalists, a supporter of peace to his last free moment, dethroned but never defeated. Can we get a big round of applause for Lurks? I always get goosebumps. I've read these like 4 or 5 times and I always get goosebumps at the very last sentence. Dethroned but never defeated. It just fits so perfectly with the words, with the motto of Kalimega IV, which was broken yet unbeaten. And that stays true to the very end. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lurks. These are freaking amazing. This one was really good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did he have any holy sheets in his cell? Probably. Beaten but not beaten, yeah. I probably missed a bunch of stuff in chat. Let me see. Melty Penguins, welcome back. Hello. Still not up to date about this game. Feel free to ask anything in chat and people will tell you. Yeah, we played and we sung, but still feel music, yeah. Dragon Pete, hello. Oh no, no creepy games. No, no, no. Warzy, hello. How you doing? Kaji playing horror is something I could never see. I wish you'll never see it, because if I do, it's gonna be really stressful for me. And I hope that if I do it, it's for a lot of money. Because otherwise, you know, I'm not gonna sell myself for cheap, for sure. Wait, what scary game did I play in the past? It wasn't anybody should have been, okay. Yeah, the holy shits were really good. Yeah, Gloria is your relative, and actually we were having a discussion with, like, Lurks mentioned it in our mod chat, how the Chara lineage is a family of very famous judges, right? And it would probably be very uncomfortable to have a former bandit among them. Oh, it definitely runs in the family, yeah. Alright, now time to figure out what pruning the old means. Oh, it's pretty easy. Tialis, welcome back, hello. Glad to hear you're doing well, Warzy. We're doing good. Thank you. Hopefully we're gonna be able to do a train, Laura. You know, Amy, that's something that I would love to know too, yeah. Yeah, I think you've made a name for yourself, Laura. A normal game, but you got scared anyway? Sounds like me, yeah. Whenever I join a stream, people fear for their sub count. What does that sound like? Illy, you mean? You once said you couldn't play other games because of internet connection shenanigans. Has that been sorted out? Because it'd be great to see you play Chance of Sanar someday. Yeah, I would love to play that game. Still don't have a good internet connection, no. But it's one of the upgrades that I want to do in the next few months, hopefully once I stabilize financially with the new job. Another concern is that I have a very old PC now. It's several years old. So it might overheat if I play a very demanding game. So that might be another concern. But I'm hoping to start playing more games. Like, if I have to give you a quick idea, you know, I would say if you get the castle run, chance will. I don't know. There's more moving pieces to that. My idea is probably going to be I'm probably not gonna get other games before the end of the year, because of both internet connection, PC, and probably lack of time, since I'm gonna graduate in January. After that, who knows? But let's talk of this at a different time. It was a game with Timmy the Caves. Okay. I don't remember the name, but the long wait or something, yeah. Very Sicilian moment, yeah. Alright, y'all. Let's do this. So, yeah. Let's do the coronation, and then we can talk about Gloria. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Kalimgo IV, but you must still answer to the Council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get this over with. Chancellor Oswin is still with us. Shall we call the nobles in? My dear nobles. I like all of this. I like all of this. I'm just gonna start the vote and see what you want. Gloria, you're always on the run now. The longing, that's the one, yes. We must improve our economy? I can agree with that. Slipty Slap, my dear sir. How are you doing? I am doing fantastic. Looks like y'all want to... It's good. It's really good, you know? Because on a strategic standpoint, this says, oh, the nobles want to win. But on an RP level, this means the nobles are proud of this monarch and they want to show how cool Queen Gloria is to the other nations. So maybe Queen Gloria is not really hated. You know? Alright, no worries, Nora. Thank you so much for stopping by. Just really happy to see you again. Stop by anytime. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, if you want to visit Bologna, come over anytime. Just let me know. Take care. Glad you caught it too, Slip the Slap. Happy to see you. Is that what she tells herself? No, that's how I interpret it. Shiny Quarks hello. You know? That, or we simply want to use it to strike up business deals with foreign merchants. Yeah, that might be it, right? But like... yeah. You have a good night too. Let's go. Trying to show off what the Kalimagos did for the nation. I don't know. Nobles love to be nobles and spend their money on big dumb things. That might also be the case, but you know, I think that's how I'm gonna interpret it. That's like the collateral effect of this is that the other nations are gonna appreciate Queen Gloria, and this sounds like legitimation to me, in the eyes of the other nations. Oh yeah, exactly, Chara. Yeah, exactly. Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Selasath, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby encrusted atop your head as you stand on a golden podium. The odd crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sal, the Princes of Tavalin, and even a pearl bearer from Atesh. Lucrative trade deals are struck at the evening's feast. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kurth is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Alright. Let's do council introduction then, and then we can actually talk. Sleepy Slap, hello! We bloody well pulled it off, didn't we? The barons are finally in charge, and we can sort this kingdom out. Now just remember our little agreement. We put you on that damn throne, so you do as we tell you. Got it? What was that? Hadrian, thank you so much for the follow, and happy to see you. Feel free to join. Yeah, there you go. You are, Hadrian, you are a baron. There you are. A smug baron. So I'm queen now. You can't push me around. I'll push you around all I like. This is the Baron's time to shine. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. Patricians of the coast? We have Morgrim. Hello. A pleasure, Your Esteemed Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Well, I hope too. I do too. Oh yeah, I noticed that too, Amy. I've been really interested to see if that would happen. Yeah, it's very... Yeah, it sounds like you. And then we have the Grandies. With Maito, may the ninth God bless your reign, Your Holiness. Is this Netherbloom? I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. This is Netherbloom, right? We had a comment on Netherbloom earlier, I think. Netherblooms just plan to see what the monarch is up to, since as it is, they don't really affect their affairs with the parlor or personal stuff. Right. Elenia, right. There you go. Yes. Yes. I think that it means, in a broad sense, that people are more okay with these. They are. I think they are. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will she be a good little queen and do as she's told? Too early to tell, but I have a bad feeling we should have backplanned just in case. Yeah, Lemon Square. Yeah. So, what I've been doing with these monarchs here is writing a motto, and then a few guidelines on how to interact with the nobles and the aims for the kingdom. The motto, as you can see, is pruning the old. And I think that it seems that through political maneuvering we've placed a bandit who won't listen on the throne. Shame. We'll see. Nezera, my character, is currently on the fence. Could be persuaded into either Gloria or Callimachus' camp. I'm really curious to see how all the fencers will react to Gloria's ambition. So, pruning the old is a reference to Gloria dethroning the Callimachos, right? I think that Gloria got into the idea that the Callimachos had become like dead branches, you know? Dried leaves, a lineage that had lost their initial vigor and that had to be replaced. Exactly. And it is poetically, it is a very clear reference to the Magnolias. Exactly. You know? There you go. I'm glad someone caught it. Such a shocker to have a bandit that doesn't listen, right? But yeah, like, I picked it specifically in reference to the Magnolias too. You know, since the coup was called the Magnolia coup, and everybody talked about the Magnolias to be watered and everything. And yeah, Gloria chose these as her words after the coup. Pruning the old, removing what's dead and dried and ineffectual. Let's see what they do now with their victory. No, let's squash the bug first. Boop. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless of course they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. Spymaster Ismay is also still with us, that's good to know. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Kalimko IV is still alive, he's currently in the dungeons. Is he? Is he? Well, Queen Gloria thinks that the Callimachos had become decades later. Oh, you're right. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's still alive. But yeah, Queen Gloria wants to give a spin to this kingdom. Is he? Huh? Oh, that's such a good one, Dragon Pit. No, he isn't alive anymore. The only person in the dungeons is the crazy old guy with a massive beard claiming he was the king. But at least he has nice sheets, yeah. So yeah, Gloria thinks that a more vigorous and energetic rule is required. And she thinks that the kingdom should take its own future into its own hands. Pruning the old refers to the Callimachus. It doesn't only refer to the Callimachus, though. There are other old things that need pruning and that need to be removed. The Ashmedan Empire being one of them. They're old, they're decadent, it's time. We, the future, took up arms against them and took what's ours by right. Kalimuga had suggested it was not yet time to invade Ashmead. Perhaps it is now? It is now for sure. Damn, now I'm torn. Is it the choice, or is it how I framed it? No, not the 9th. Oh, you didn't kill Mark? Never mind. You can kill Mark later. This is why we never liked you, Gloria. Yeah, that makes sense. I suggest for the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. It's a win-win scenario. If Gloria fails, we will only remember her as a bandit. If she wins, she will have earned the throne. Yep. Would the Queen be interested in a contract with the Ignis Forge Guild? We make weaponry and armor. Why not? Why not? Yeah. I see a lot of support. That's great. Mark, let me show you. There you are. Look at this happy chap. What is war but banditry with extra steps? Alright. Isaac of the Warsy bloodline, eccentric former bandit, stands before a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. Probably they were bandit companions, right? Second in command, it might be, yeah. What a coup! Gloria now sits the throne and the barons are in charge, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose her. Do we stay loyal to the new queen or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? It might be. Let's see. Barons of the March, what do you want to do? Do you want to be loyalists, trying to aid the queen? Do you want to be do you want to try to find a doppelganger, trying to get the lowest defiance? Or do you want to start an uprising, trying to raise the treasury? Ah, I see, sweet. I see. Yeah, something like that, Amy. Exactly. Of course I'm loyal. Awesome. Sleeping Slap, if you want to change your name color, that would be great. You don't have to, though. Yeah, it's probably loyal, exactly. So, Warzy and Chara, the only two who don't support Gloria. Chara for obvious reasons, and Warzy too. Good stuff. All the other barons support Gloria. That's all it takes. Just declare war on Ashmead. That settles it then. Glory to the Queen and glory to the March. But we can always change our minds. If Gloria ever gets out of line, we can take up our arms and get rid of her the old-fashioned ways. The Baron's goal is to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. Lag? We're lagging? This is not on my end, though. This is not on my end. Not on my end. This is Twitch. Situation is more grim than I thought. There you go. Are we good? Is Twitch still doing the thing? Language, sleepless lap. We don't like that kind of language. See you in 10 minutes. So it's still lagging? Wow. Wow. I believed in Kalimako. My house thrived off Kalimako. My own son has betrayed our ideals. Banditry isn't honor. Finish on my end. Alright. Do a refresh, everybody. And try refreshing. Exocore, welcome back. Thank you for joining. This is more grim than we thought. Let's go. Carmen of the skeletal reconditioned lineage, well-known southern prodigy, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. The false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Grandees of the South, what do you want to do? Do you want to use sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard trying to raise authority? Do you want to use subterfuge trying to lower stability? Or do you want to start a witch hunt trying to get the highest faith? Oh, this is interesting. Gloria dethroned a lineage of saints. So witch hunt would be quite fitting here. Yeah, they might not, but I've Sleepless App has been here long enough to know that. And I didn't ban Sleepless Lap, I just gave them a 10-minute timeout. You know, a bop on the head. Better safe than sorry. Alright, everyone knows Gloria has the March under a spell. Yeah, witch hunt it is. Let's go. Witch hunt it is. There's all sorts of heresy in the capital, and the Grandees intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the South is beyond reproach. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. Laura, thank you so much. I feel bad that I won't be doing my usual train today, but here for now. Ah, I see. You gotta go? No worries. Thank you so much for the 200 biddies as compensation, Laura. I really freaking appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you gotta go, if I understand that correctly and you gotta go, it was a pleasure seeing you again. Oh, I meant my sub-train. Ah, I see. Never mind. I see what you mean. Never mind. Can't drop 500. Ah, I see. No worries, no worries. You don't have to do anything. Thank you. No worries at all. Aquila of the Effable Bizarre family, infamous former pirate, scribbles with a well-used quill and hardwood desk, speaking calmly. And we have a pirate, yeah. Pirate, and oh my god, the only reputable one is the one from the South. Wow. Yeah, Aquila was a previous dynasty name, absolutely. I think it was Prodigy, the southern one, yeah. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Gloria. Something must be done. Patricians of the coast, what do you want to do? Do you want to intimidate the queen, trying to raise the stability? Do you want to start a conspiracy, trying to lower treasury? Or do you want to spread corruption, trying to lower authority? If only spread corruption was here, I know what they would pick. Aquila Dynasty, these will never catch. Aquila might be a particularly religious fellow, yeah. Feather Phoenix, welcome back and thank you for joining. What's up? How you doing? Of the sparse variety, yeah. The coast is split. Look at that. Marsher, Bandit Lieutenant. South, pure of crime. Coast, former pirate. Yeah. All right, it's a tie currently 4-4. If you are a patrician and you have not voted, vote now. This is your time. I'm going to be counting down from 5, 4, 3. You can break the tie or it's going to be 50-50. 2, 1, and 0. It's corruption, lore authority. The patricians belong to turn their throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, they must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Alrighty. And we have a long-lost nephew, a long-lost nibbling, and a long-lost nibbling. They're all related. They're mostly criminals. Haha. Interesting. Yeah, they're all long lost. They're all related. Are related to Calimico? Not necessarily, right? Or was Gloria related to Calimico? I don't remember. No, Nibbling is yeah, exactly. It's his nephew in gender neutral. Because Sibling is already gender neutral. I think. Pretty sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, then they might be related, yeah. Alright. Let's go. Oh, this is good. This is a good choice already. This is a good choice already. Interesting. Oh, this is really interesting. I think it's going to be a royal gamble. Yeah. Yeah. Pirates again. Oh my god. Oh my god. The pirates find out about the death of King Calimico IV, about the coup, and immediately start raiding again. Oh my god. Y'all. 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 Look at this shit. How long has it been since you've seen this? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's the hunt! It's the hunt! We freaking did it! We did it! Welcome back to the Lord's Hunt, everybody. We did it! How long has it been? It's probably been months. If you started playing this like 6 months ago, you probably never seen this event. There you go. But Morgrim, one of our court wizards, managed to fix this. So thank you! Thank you, Morgrim. The Lord's Hunt is back! And now I'm going to decline the invitation. I would never do that. I would never do that. Yeah, after the last update, after the latest main update, this event stopped spawning because so a line of code was changed the wrong way. Yeah, now let's ban it. Yeah, no, we're not gonna ban this. No, absolutely not. Your Majesty, it's our honor to invite you to the Lord's Hunt next year. Thank you, Hadrian. I appreciate that. The hunt will be taking place in the late spring, so keep your schedule clear. Of course, as a marcher yourself, you've taken part in the Lord's Hunt many times before. You know what to expect. Of course, I do look forward to it. Of course, why wouldn't you? We're getting the hunt. Oh my god, I want to kill the stag or whatever. Many times before. Yeah, they just don't invite monarchs, exactly. I'm so happy. I'm so freaking happy. This reign is blessed already. Now let's get murdered by pirates. Melting Penguins, hello. You must do something about the pirates that have been playing the coast ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. And they killed the crew, of course, but who won't be cheap to replace. Okay. Well, it is indeed you, Melting Penguins. I think the Queen is going to say, you know what, let's pay the pirates. Let's pay the pirates and see if we can gather more navy. Yeah. I think that's what she's going to say. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Yeah. Of course a criminal would pay the criminals. Coward? No, cautious. She wants to spend. She wants to use their. I'm sorry, Gloria. What? Yeah. Yeah. The military should be used against the Ashmead, not pirates. Not until we're sure we can beat them. We're literally founding them. I'm glad you agree, my dear nobles. Thank you. Let's pay them. Your spy master arranges a meeting with the self-styled pirate queen, a woman who calls herself the Bloody Gull. In return for an enormous amount of gold, she agrees to put a halt to raids for 1 year. After that, she will require more tribute. The pirate attacks cease for now. Awesome. She kind of looks familiar, yeah. One evening, you're sitting up in bed reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber as bold as brass. Hello, you Madge. Glad I finally found you. These bloody places are made. Mind if I take a seat? I didn't ban you. You wouldn't be typing that if I had banned you, Slap. Yes, I do mind. I'll stand there, no problem. Listen, I got a bloody great idea for you. What if we tied a bunch of birds to a knight? I reckon you could field some aerial troops and totally dominate the battlefield. Before the peasant can explain further, your marshal burst into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry it didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? Just kick him out. It's David Birdwings. Tony David Birdwings is pretty good. Both are really good. Tony Birdwings. Let him cook. Oh, by the way, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but see the marshal? It's not Leonine anymore. Welcome, Marshal Gervin. The Baron Marshal. The Marcher Marshal, I should say. Yeah, new Marshal just dropped. Yeah, Leonine is gone. Leonine is absolutely gone. The Barons set up their own Marshal this time around. Could have him executed? I don't know. I think we can just... That sounds a little bit too tyrannical. I don't want people to start mumbling immediately, you know? Let's just kick him out. Arms behind your back, scumbag. The peasant is dragged from your bedchamber, still babbling about bird nights. When the marshal returns, she looks grim. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided... Oh god. Will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries that'd be loyal to coin, above all. Alright. No need to even ask, Marshal. The Queen knows that our veterans are the only ones with experience of real warfare. Tialis, you might... Like, if it's Tialis telling me that... Who's at the top of our spending. If you are sending your veterans... Well, I might have to go with this. Jeez. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense. These veterans have come from the mercenary companies we sent out, right? Yeah. Counterpoint, those veterans are needed on the front line, not in the palace. I think we can spare like 5 or 6, right? Like, if it had been a whole battalion, then yeah, sure. But 5 or 6, why not? 5 or 6 warriors are not going to be changing the tide of a war. And when we go to war, we're going to bring them to the front lines together with the Queen. Counterpoints. If she chooses the Marshal's veterans, it means she submits to their authority. No, I think it means that she trusts their skill. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Veterans of the March. I will make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne. Hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. your preferred pastime, Ephra. But yeah, Sleepless Lab, just to give you a quick clarification on earlier, there are some specific words that I really don't like seeing in chat, and you use a word that could be construed as a sexist, and you know, I don't like to see that kind of word in chat. So that was the main reasoning. I don't care if you write something like fuck in chat from now and then, but yeah, there's some specific words and their meanings that I'd like people to be aware of. Dragon Pete, you want to know how much money you have? You have 300 gold. 300 gold. Thank you, I appreciate that, Slap. I thought it was worth to give an explanation there. Yeah, something like fuck. There you go. Fuck. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I knew I could count on you. Amy, you have 3,100 gold. 3,100 gold. All right. And then we have... Oh, highlighted message, right. Marley, you have 2,600. Sorry, 2,600. All right. Yeah, Shenos, you're rich. Let's start with the first auction of the night. Steel, you have probably 0 money or something. You have 3,300 money. Treasure. Yeah. Chara, you have 3,900 gold. All right. Let's do this. Let's start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are to raise authority with the monument by funding A, to lower military for the barons with a stadium by funding B, to raise military for the grandees with a fortress by funding C, which would be great, to lower trade for the grandees with a thieves guild by voting D, to lower faith for the patricians with an observatory by voting E, and to lower authority with a theater by voting F. There are 20 seconds left now. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10. 10 seconds left now. There you go. So, fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop! That was really close. People are funding left and right here. Damn, Ephra with 3,900, all his money. And a bunch of other people funded 15,000 treasure, 15,000 gold on a theater. This is the globe. This is the freaking globe. And then we have a fortress. No stadiums! Gadzooks! Howitzer spending a good amount of his money. And a bunch of other people creating a fortress. More cavaliers in the south. Good stuff. Yeah, theater is fitting for Bladesong. Both are really fitting, I agree. Head games? What is that? Modest Pico, welcome back. Let's do finding a spouse first. I think Gloria is alright with anything. There you go. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the barons as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? We'll see, Bon. We'll see. Crop blight? Oh no. Sage fright? I don't know. I don't see that. Crop blight or head games? I think. Yeah, no stadium. RIP. I want to know what this is. Your Majesty, I consider myself something of a scientist, and ever since the invention of the actual literal trash, a question has plagued my inquiring mind. Katori, this is very dangerous. When a head is removed so cleanly and quickly, how long does it survive without the body? Does it feel the thump as it falls? I request the Council's permission to conduct a little experiment. Well, excuse me, I just remember something funny that happened last night. Anyway, can I cut someone's head off and record the result? Of course, we can get you first-hand experience. There you go. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Letting cook now? I mean... Sirius! Welcome back, Sirius. How you doing? And thank you so much for the 1,000 corgis. The king will die? The king is dead. The queen might die. We'll see. Sirius, long time no see. Thank you so much for the 1,000 corgis. I really freaking appreciate it. That's very fucking kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. How you doing? How are you doing? Glad to see you, even though you want to kill me. Yeah, 1,000 corgis. I would take 1,000 corgis. So I think I'm going to be vetoing A. It's either first-hand experience or no, don't be weird. And yeah, I want to see what the council says here. Yeah. I want to see what the council says. Yeah, this is pretty awkward. But you never know what the people will vote. See? It's a tie. It can still be a tie. This experiment is meant to... My head, ain't it? Nah. 10 to 10. There you go. Wait, what's that? Serious. Glad to hear you're doing well, by the way. Kane, hello! How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Well, you missed the start. You missed the start. It's alright. So, it's 12 to 12, everybody. It's currently a tie. If you want to break the tie, if you have not voted, you can vote now and break the tie. Okay, good, good. You're voting, but it's still a tie. So, I'm going to be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. It's a tie. 14 to 14. Katori. The nobles are very indecisive here. We should do a coin flip? Nah, we don't leave this kind of stuff to chance here. Do we want to give him first head experience, or... Probably have more important things to do, you know? Can we just forget about it? Yeah, let's do that. Who was it who wanted to see their portrait there? Serious. Serious? There you go. Look at you. This is the first time you join Bladesong? Lovely. Modest Pickle, thank you so much for the big heart. I appreciate that. Big heart to you too. Yeah, exactly. This random novel, however, yeah, sure. Nah, I think we're just... Yeah, no. No. I think we're gonna be... Don't be weird. This council has no respect for the scientific method. What am I supposed to do? Build tiny actual literal trashes for guinea pigs? Why not? Why not? Let's just forget about this. So that the Blueberry family, you know, appreciates this. Yeah, exactly, Cannon. Yep. Exactly, Morgrim, yeah. When in doubt, kick them out. Pardon me, Your Highness, but a terrible blight has been affecting our bean crop in the south. Oh, you're right, Swede. And what can we do about it? It breaks my heart, Your Highness, but we need to abandon the harvest and raise the affected crops. Hopefully that will contain the spread, though it'll mean a hard winter. Don't listen to these ignorant peasants, Your Majesty. They're overreacting as usual. Burning the crops would cause for more famine than would prevent. Do you want to marry me, Hesperus? Would you marry me? Coin the Original, it's a good name. Hello and welcome. And thank you for joining. How are you doing? You are a baron. There you are. And you're bold. Just like me. So... Consult a witch? Oh, pray to the 9th for a miracle. Interesting. Oh, this is really interesting. This is so good. I'm pretty sure that the kingdom would pray for a miracle. But the monarch is gonna vote for a witch. Yeah, I think the monarch is going to vote for a witch, but I'm pretty sure that the rest of the kingdom, given the faith stats that we have and the past we had with the Kalimagos, would pray to the 9th. No, don't be heretical in an absolute faithful kingdom. It's about practicality here. Yeah, exactly, and also adding fuel to the Grande fire. It's about practicality. I think that Gloria doesn't feel... I think that Gloria thinks that having removed the Kalimagos makes her unliked, unwanted in the eyes of the 9th. So she doesn't feel like the 9th is going to support her. You know? God damn it, Mystery, why do you have to do that? I would consult a witch. Alright. I'm gonna count down from 5 here. 4. But if the 9th does, it's a great gamble. 3. 2. 1. And 0. I love to see Gloria going through it. Show me that character depth. That's what I'm here for. They gotta make money. We're gonna pray to the 9th for a miracle. Archbishop Silverius will lead the council in prayer. Serious, thank you so much for the singular itty bitty. I'm doing good. Clara's doing good. Nothing to report there. Clara had an injury a couple months ago, but is now fully recovered, and I am doing good. Just came back from holiday, from vacation last week, and I'm getting used to the new job. Yeah, still has a hat. And a week later, the miracle comes! Oh my god, the miracle arrives. Sparkling rain falls from a cloudless sky and the crops spring from the soil like slithering serpents. Even the Archbishop is astounded. The 9th actually answers. Huh. That's true, Vaspir, yeah. But you know, this is very convenient for Gloria. Huh. Do we want to consider a one-time tax for the war? As an agriculturalist Grande too, this is wonderful. Right, yeah, we have a few Grandes who really care about crops and plants. Yeah, that happens very often in a dynasty. Coin. A war chest is traditional, yes, right? The 9th loves the beans. The Baron steadfastly denies selling arms to Ashmead for 500 well. Barons, what are you doing here? Can you please invest into the march? We need money for the war. No. Me and God looking for bins of 3. Will the Dead Saints have the same priorities as living ones? Oh, please go ahead. War tax all? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? You're not abusing my forges? No, I'm not. I am suggesting this as a one-time war tax, just so it's clear, because I've said it, and I have not seen much opposition. So, Modest Pickle, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Mod love, that's so kind of you. I got great mods, I'm not gonna lie. That's for you, y'all. Thank you so much, Modest Pickle, I appreciate it. And we'll push these one time. Yeah, one time. Yeah, Barons are doing really great. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just make sure we can do this. Let's just make sure we can fund anything we need. Accused. Who is accused here? Nah, it's a one-time. It's very rarely a lie. Your esteemed highness, the pirates have been leaving us alone ever since you paid them tribute, but other countries like the Republic of Kurth and Dania have noticed that our ships aren't being targeted. They suspect us of hiring privateers to protect our trade routes and are threatening to boycott our goods. What should we do? Let's proceed to the vote. Very wise, your serene highness. Dachim! Hello and welcome! How are you doing? Good day to you. Privateers? Sounds like a good idea. Send envoys to Dania and Kurth to explain the situation. A boycott outrageous. Let's boycott them right back. No, we're not gonna do that. I think that privateers sounds like a good idea. But we could also send envoys, you know? Actually, the smart thing to do here would probably be to send envoys to Dania and Kurth to explain the situation, because we want to launch an offensive towards Ashmead and we don't want to open another front. So I think we should go with B. I think we should go with B. For the only reason that we want to declare war on Ashmead, and we cannot afford another front while we do so. We need to be smart about this. We do. We need to be smart. This looks very clearly as a B victory, so I'm gonna skip ahead. 4 to 18. You could have smoothed out things earlier, easier. Oh yeah, that's for sure. If we already had diplomatic relationships, right? Yeah. Send envoys to Dania and Kurth to explain the situation. You soon receive word from both Dania and the Republic of Kurth thanking you for clarifying. Both of them begin paying tribute to the pirates as well. We're doing a great job at this. We really are helping everybody find the pirates. Soon the Ghost Sea is safe once more. Piracy has never been a cushier gig. It's great. That's awesome. And welcome, Treasure Series. Hello. Welcome, Treasure Series. Happy to see you. Hey, right? Right, sweet, yeah. The elderly Grandee Dorinda, a cousin many times removed of Grandee Da Chimp, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Better than most of us get. Indeed, your majesty, she stayed at home in the south most of the time enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrambling for her estate. Grandee Dorinda was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. And then we have Steele, greedy for money. My late great-grandfather used to build my account with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By all that is holy, that's a pitiful claim. I still say we should investigate Wyvern shipguard training. Does Miss Dorinda need an arrangement? So, what do we do? Give the estate to Grandee the Chimp? Give the estate to Lord Patrician Steele? Well, let me see. Let me see here. To the Queen, okay. This is just Gloria's long-term plan to get her girlfriend, the Pirate Queen, set for life. Very smart. Yeah, I don't think it can be beat due to political situation. I think this is a win we give to the... Do we? We definitely don't go C, right? Because who cares about peasants? I think the Queen would say, let's give it to the Grandee Dutch Imp. As a political move. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds alright. I think that's what she would do. She's aware that the Grandees are stern against her. And this is an attempt at trying to appease the Dutch Imp family. You know, and get them on her side. Okay. Let it be known I rescind my claim to this money. There you go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Then it's decided. It goes to the Grandee. Give the estate to the Grandee Dutch Imp. Lord Patrician still shakes his head, muttering with his friends about favoritism in the council. Grandee Dutch Imp and the other Grandees are delighted. They even send you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation. Fantastic. And now let's see what terrible options we have. 3 potential matches. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see them. Candidate number 1. From the coast we have Zeno, the wealthy heir to Lord Patrician's sparse corruptions estate. He wasn't originally the heir, but his elder brother had an unfortunate accident. His interests are typical of the coast, money, 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 and making more of it. Unfortunately, he's quite bad at it. All his business deals seem to fall through. Could be worse, could be a lot better. Oh my god, Bellona. The eldest daughter of the Mystery Dragon lineage. See that scar? She got that in a duel. She's always challenging people over some slight. The only thing she cares for is her faith, which she places above all worldly concerns. Despite that, though, she's said to have collected sins like a soldier collects medals. We like this one. The scars on the cheek, out of eyesight. Good one. I thought that was the scar. The dome. This is pretty good. Not bad at all. And finally we have the March Suffering. Victoria, scion of the prestigious Komori Kitsune bloodline. Unlike most of the barons, she can conduct an entire conversation without shouting. And look at her, stunning! She can always be found at the card table, drunk as a skunk, betting away in her inheritance. Despite that, though, she's obsessed with carving a place for herself in history. Komori Kitsune, right? Sounds like a laugh. So let's see what families they were from. Zeno from sparse corruption. Okay, then we have Bellona of the Mystery Dragon. And then we have Victoria of the Komori Kitsune bloodline. So the Komori Kitsune bloodline is definitely more prestigious than the other two. That's for sure. That is for sure. Without shouting, right? Yeah. Oh, Clara's back. I think it might be the Grandee one, though. Because I think that Gloria is looking to appease the South a little and marrying somebody who is a duelist and very devout. Sounds like a very good idea in that regard. Oh. All right. Where were we? Yeah, I think it's gonna be Bologna of the South. This is purely political marriage. Let's do this. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. Layla ended up with a part of me that makes votes because it would be more dramatic and more interesting. Unfortunately for her, she doesn't get to vote. No, no. In a picturesque castle overlooking the surrounding city of Alurzi, should grind his life back to enjoy the sun. Glorious work, my friend. We have a faithful South and a friendly High Inquisitor. Now is the perfect time to expose the Queen's sins. Dragon Pit and Swede? Really? You're doing this to me? I already have leads on information from inside the palace that we can use against the Queen. It's only a matter of time. We have the High Inquisitor on our side, but we must also sow dissent among the other regions. We won't succeed alone. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise other regions' defiance to combine a total of at least 8, or ensure another region begins a rebellion in 3 seasons. Swede? So that's how it is? In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Laura! How could you? Good news, my friend. The palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to corruption. And lurks! The young lurks. What are you getting in return? Oh, not much. A better seat in the council chamber, access to the Queen's rooms when she's out, that sort of thing. But the important thing is that the Queen's staff are getting used to selling their principles to the highest bidder. So what next? Palace staff are one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the Chancellor and the rest of the inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish their respect for the Queen. If the kingdom is in chaos, they will see the Queen as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Please don't kill me. We'll see about that. I think I like these. I don't care for these. Yeah, money does pay, yeah. The Lord's Hunt! Let's do the royal wedding first. And another golem, yeah. Y'all, you gotta chill with the old caps, though. Last warning. Your wedding to Bologna is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm. For a week at a day, the capital is one giant party. Like, the main reason why I say chill with all caps is that they make chat much harder to read for me. Alright, take care, Ephra. Good luck with work. It feels like you're the only one taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Bologna at your side. Do you take this woman as your lovely wedded wife? Of course we do. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there is a feast, and after the feast a dance. Your new wife Bologna dances so vigorously that she spills wine all over herself. By the time you find yourself alone with Bologna, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I'm so drunk and yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine. Yeah, bring us wine. Who cares? That's the spirit. What did you think of the wedding? Was damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? I had a whale of a time. Okay. Fancy fuck. No time like the present, huh? She swings back the last dregs of her wine and leads you to bed. There you go. That was easy. Best marriage ever. That's great. 5th row golem? Really? Let's do the golem. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Another very long trench too, yeah. If Rogue Golem has crossed into our territory over the Ashmeaden border, Your Majesty, this could be an exciting opportunity. Well, Chara, look at that. First you despise me for being a bandit, and then, when I'm queen, you come to ask for a favor? Family is a very interesting thing, huh? Isn't it? Very interesting. What's so exciting about it? Please, my liege. This is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead. Or over the patricians and grandees. Golems are an offense to the ninth god, and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. Howitzer, come on. Modest Pickle, thank you for the kind reminder. Drink in moderation. And also, drink responsibly, always. That's good advice, all over the place. That's actually, that looks really cool. I never had that, I think. That looks really cool. Cool stuff. So, we can take it apart. We can destroy it. We can add it to the marcher army, or use it as a source of labor. I would add it to the marcher army, to be quite honest. That sounds what she would do. And you know what? I'm actually going to do that. Yep. Let's add it to the marcher army. We're gambling with a gamble. We're gambling with a gamble. Let's use this. Sorry, Saibari, we can't have these around. Oh wow, look at that. That's really cool. Look at the Grandies. All voting for D. That's really cool. Taking them apart will help us understand them. But what if we cannot replicate the technology, right? What if we're not able to use them? Like, let's just use it. I think that Gloria is a better an egg today than a chicken tomorrow kind of person. So we'll be able to fight them better? I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh my god. 10 to 11. This is so close. 10 to 11. It's a skill issue. 10 to 11. If you haven't voted, vote now. You can tie this or break it indefinitely. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh my god. It's D. Destroy it. The faith of the kingdom wins over the practicality. Oh, absolutely, Amy. Yes. By my honor, this was our only chance to even the playing field between us and Ashmead. You're all fools. The errant golem is smashed to pieces with hammers. It's for the best, most likely. Wow. Okay. Now let's get to the hunt. After several days riding across along muddy roads, you have arrived in the march for the Lord's Hunt. What weapon did you bring for the occasion? We brought a spear. And what animals did you bring to help you catch your prey? We know what to do. Hounds. Oh, Your Majesty, please, you could make it. I see you've brought a spear. Marvelous choice, Your Majesty. And a pack of hounds. Excellent, excellent. These woods are teeming with game, Your Majesty. As the Queen, it's up to you what we hunt. There's only one right answer here. A pack of hounds, all named Molotov. I hope not, because she wouldn't be a good hunting dog for sure. A pack of Molotovs. Well. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The White Hart is said to live in these woods, but it's a rare and elusive beast. They say it's nearly impossible to catch. I'm sure. There's no shame in ambition, your majesty. Hadrian lifts a horn to their lips and blows, producing a sound that scares the birds from the surrounding trees. Let the Lord's hunt commence! Just for company and pets, yeah, then we would be good. You spur your horse on through the undergrowth, your spear clutched in your sweaty palms. A pack of banehounds stream ahead of you. You ride on and on through the wilderness, searching for a flash of white between the trees, but none is forthcoming. Today, you go home disappointed. Do not be dispirited, your majesty. We'll try again tomorrow. Exactly, Amy. Exactly. But the next day, you are unlucky again. On the third day, you rise early and sally out into the woods. This is your last chance to catch the elusive beast. Tomorrow, you must return to the capital. 15% chance to get the white heart. Let's fucking do this. Ah, no! The sun gets low in the sky. Once again, the legendary white heart has not made an appearance. Never mind, your majesty. It has been many decades since the white heart was caught in these woods. At least no one can fault your ambition. The next day, you begin the long ride back to the capital. The Lord's hunt was a wash, but the barons don't resent you for it. That's the fickle nature of any hunt, they tell you. God damn it. God damn it. It's pretty good, right? Yeah. We tried. Ah. That's a very funny idea, can it? Look at these! In the back rooms of the royal palace, the march barons are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by colored strings. Rihanna! Trying to help me. The queen didn't marry Victoria, but at least she married someone. Now she just needs to get on with finding an heir. And Howitzer is helping me too. Huh? Hey, the clock is ticking. The grinders have been building churches and courting priests all over the south. Don't think the Ninth God's going to help them much, but the Archbishop might. Then we've got to keep up our effort. Queen Gloria isn't going anywhere on our watch. You gotta help me. Gotta help me out. Alright. Tribute to the pirates. Oh shit. A tale of two vineyards. And the stone fucking maiden. Oh no. Is our military about to get absolutely destroyed here? Let's start with the tale of two vineyards first. A few grandees are here to see you, your majesty, with a problem about wine. My favorite kind of problem. Dreadful tidings, your highness. I trust you've heard about Lady Patricia and Alexa of the coast starting her own terribly substandard wine production. Lemon Square, you managed to meet me in the end, see? But that's a southern industry. Exactly, your majesty, that's our concern. Our ancient vineyards are the pride of the south, and our winemaking is a closely guarded secret. I beg to speak to the council on this matter. Okay, I'll call a session. The nobles gather to discuss the wine situation. Grandee Lemon Square steps forward, dramatically brandishing a bottle. By the ninth, what could anyone call this drink? I wouldn't call it wine. That's the 940, if I'm not mistaken. A very good year. Lady Patricia and Alexa and the other patricians have no respect for the grape. No love for the grape. All they care about is money. Love for the grape? You merely want to protect your unearned monopoly. Okay. Definitely a smooth criminal, yeah. Older than the first blood, yeah. To cooperate? We could try that. We could try that. We could try that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's gamble on the gamble. Let's gamble on the gamble. This isn't really our problem. I mean, the idea is to encourage the two regions to cooperate. And oh wow, that's rude. That's rough, Dragonfit. Encourage them to cooperate so that they can cooperate during war too, you know? And if they cannot cooperate, get them to be going against each other and not against me. But I love how the Barons immediately respond. Like, the Barons are doing a great job at trying to be trendsetters, right? As loyalists. The vote started and most Barons voted immediately, setting the vote up right from the start. Alright, it's C. Cooperation. 70%. Let's see how that goes. It's a success! The partnership between Lady Patricia and Alexa and Grandy Lemon Square is a resounding success. Look at that. Alexa has some money now. Wow. With the ancient methods of the South combined with new techniques developed in the coast, both regions flourish. Most importantly, Grandys and Patricians alike keep their pride intact. One particularly successful vintage is even named after you. It's clear and honeyed, with harmonious notes. A 1019 Gloria. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's great. No, it's the Gloria. They said. Or it could be the Glorious Red. Or something like that, you know? The game is conspiring, yeah. Does anyone know if there are any poisons that cause temporary blindness? I have no idea. The Red Glory. The Red Glory is the name of the wine. Red Glory. Yeah. Red Glory. Tribute to the pirates. The pirates are back, Your Esteemed Highness. They're raiding our ships again, killing our crews. They're saying that our time is up and we need to pay more tribute. Dynasty thieves. Regretfully, they now believe us to be a reliable source of income. How much do they ask for? We might give them money. We're doing good. We might do that, you know? Yeah, no worries. It's working out well so far, right? Is it really blind your eye, Mangrove? Finding the pirate soul and let them strengthen themselves? I don't know. We got cruel tax just for this? No, you didn't. So I think we're going to leave it to the council, but I feel like we can pay the pirates once again. To be quite honest, it's working. And we're gonna make all the money back from Ashmead if we manage to launch the offensive. Is how, like, Gloria is thinking about this as, yes, I am giving away a few coins, but I'm gonna get so much more when I win the war against Ashmead. So yeah, she would definitely keep paying. Ah, look at that. Even some barons are against this. And to 14. 11 to 16. Wow. We're actually paying, I think. Alright, I'm gonna be counting down from 5. 11 to 16. 4. 3. 2. 1 and 0. Pay the pirates. Your spy master arranges another meeting with the Bloody Gold. You successfully purchase one more year of pirate passivity. How long will you have to put up with this? I hope not long. What's the link? Thank you, Morgrim. I appreciate that. Yeah, that sounds really odd. Yeah, it was Nyx. Might be very gung-ho, but even I know a suicide mission when I see one. And that's exactly why we're paying. Trash, also welcome back. Marley! Behold, your highness. Brandy Marley pulls aside a torpoland to reveal a granite statue of Brandy Feather Phoenix. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. A sad side, is it not? Not a statue, is it? Astutely observed, your highness. This is all that remains of my fellow Grandy. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the south. Isn't there a fairy tale about her? Old women scare their children with tales of her, verily. She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She's lived for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Grandy Feather Phoenix on his latest voyage, on his latest vineyard inspection. Please, your highness, we must do something. Feather Phoenix? RIP. Rest in peace. Absolutely. Rest in peace. So what do we do here? We could... oh god. This is so bad. This is so freaking bad. Telling them to hide? No. I think we might... I think it's either B or D. I think the monarch is going to say, let's send an army. I think the monarch is going to risk it for the biscuit. But of course, if the nobles want to do something else entirely, they're free to do that. Alright, I'm gonna let you vote on these, and then I'm gonna be taking a 2-minute break to refill my water bottle and use the restroom. And I am going to see the result only once I'm back, alright? So, you vote on these. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. My dear nobles, choose well. Whoa, I wasn't expecting this. Wow, okay. Hire a wizard? Okay. Even the Grandy's voting for that. All right, let's do that. Wow. Hello, this is the Wizard's Hotline. How may I take your order? Uh-huh. Yeah, sure, we can handle your Stern Maiden infestation. Give me 2 hours and I'll get our best wizard on the case. Alright. You send out word that you need a wizard, and fast. A few days later, one arrives and presents a hideous spectacle indeed. The wizard is a smoking ruin of twisted slag, mouth stretched in a silent scream, carried into your throne room atop a palanquin. He's set down carefully by a team of sickly-looking apprentices. I hear you are having trouble with a woman who turns people to stone. A matter I regretfully have some experience with. I can make this problem go away for the advertised fee and a small sacrifice. All I require is one of the Queen's teeth. Fucking gorgeous. Yeah, that makes sense, Dragon Pit. Fucking gorgeous. For what possible reason? That's wizard business. Survey the worried faces of your nobles. Allowing this wizard to pull out our old tooth looks weak, but condemning your citizens looks cowardly. Take the tooth. One of Gorgeous' apprentices steps forward and whips out a pair of pliers. It's over in a flash. Give me a second. Thank you, Your Majesty. This will make a fine addition to my collection. Bastard! Liz Gorgeous sticks to his promises. Within a week, the Stone Maiden's eyes are dark. She's a statue once more, silent and unmoving, with village children dancing around her, and pigeons making messes on her head. Yeah, 1 teeth per bloodline, done and deal. Yeah. If Gloria is dethroned, there's gonna be a bunch of teeth flying around this dynasty. Auction time, everybody! I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Tialis just in time for the auctioneer. Your options are raising farming for the barons by funding an aqueduct with A, lowering trade for the barons with the Thieves Guild by funding B, raising military for the grandees with the fortress by funding C, raising authority with the monument by funding D, lowering faith for the patricians with an observatory by funding E, and lowering stability with a prison by funding F. This is going to be a very interesting vote, I think. So 20 seconds left. You do your thing. Currently, fortress and observatory are leading. Ooh, aqueduct is very close. 10 seconds. I'll let you know when there's 5 seconds. 6, 5 seconds. Oh my god. I think the fortress is gonna be funded. What's funded in the end? Alright, it's the observatory. Faith starts to dwindle a little. There's a little bit less faith in the kingdom. Komari, look at Komari spending almost all his money on the fortress. That's really good. And still spending all his money with other people on an observatory. Good stuff. This is a really good fortress. I want this fortress to have a name. I really want this fortress to have a name in the RP. This is a huge fortress. And it's probably near the Ash Medium border, right? Even the political landscape. Good stuff. Itching for a fight? Well, you know what we do. And begging for scraps? Let's do about your area first. Your marriage to Bellona has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. Wait, what? Well, we gotta get a child together, my friend. We gotta do it. We gotta start the lineage. That's life when you find yourself with nice two peasants disease, picking the wrong things. So let's do each in for a fight. Your Majesty, we in the March have finished the complete reorganization of our new army. It truly is a powerful beast now. Very lovely. Moreover, with hoping the crown will send, you'll be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers are restless. You want me to start a war? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears, and a blooded army isn't worth its salt, I say. Let's see what the council thinks. Instead of a costly war, you could establish mercenary companies, or you could make Eroids into Tawalin, whose meager army will surely be no match. Well, yeah, the new model army. It's that one, I think. Firefolk's Fortress because it guards the border from all sorts of hacks. I mean, Ashmedians, and it was funded by House Kitsune. Oh, that's a really good one. Well, you know what? I think we should go full-scale invasion. Right? I think we should go. I think this is it. I think this is it. I think we're ready. There you go. I think this is how we do it. Let's have 2 wars with Ashmid in this game. Let's do this. Hell yeah. Right? Who are we? Who are we to go against this? I'm sure it's going to go marvelously. Let's prune the old. See, Gloria? Gee, Gloria, how come the council lets you have 2 wars? Because they love me. Huzzah! Let's teach those Ashmedian dogs a lesson for existing without our permission. Willfully misinterpreting a standard diplomatic message as a grave insult, you send a declaration of war to the Ashmedian Empire. You've never seen the barons so excited. Do my fastback luck? Nah, it's fine. We're gonna win this. I'm 100% confident. I agree, Kane. Yeah. When Baron Bonviewer enters the council chamber, his clothes are stained and rumpled and his face is haggard. My servants have finally left my liege. It's a disaster. By the ninth god, what's wrong? My fortress is crumbling, great god. I'm utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spirit coin the council can give. Okay. Do we have a spirit coin? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Your own issue. You're supposed to solve your own issues between yourselves, you know? Is sparse corruption actually wealthy? Jesus, he is. Is the wealthiest noble? No. Warzi is the wealthiest noble. Yeah, sparse corruption should help. What the hell? Come on. What the hell, y'all? 7,000? Being penniless implies they probably donated at auctions. That's true, which means we should get the money from the people who don't spend money at the auction to the people who spend money at the auction so they can spend it, right? Let's give Sparse Corruption's money to Bonviewer so that Bonviewer can spend that unspent money. That's how you do it. That's how the economy goes around. Not be providing weaponry and armor? Well, we'll do without. That's, you know, shame for you. It's a pity for you. Don't touch my money. Sparse corruption comes out of their perennial slumber to deny that, but it's too late. Sparse corruption. Should a noble invade another's pocket just because the first couldn't handle his own finances? Yeah. No, they handled it perfectly. And it's a success! By the 9th, really? Can Baron Bonviewer not scrabble up some cash himself? But with so much wealth at his disposal, he has no choice but to honor the council's decision. He reluctantly hands over the gold, but words get around about your lack of generosity, probably spread by sparse corruption and his allies. No wonder there. No surprises. Yeah, we love self-sufficiency, exactly. Let's go. Spend your money, y'all. Deep in the south, the Grandi paces back and forth along the balcony of his hillside villa. I'm told that progress is slow. How could they be so blind, trusting in that fool of a queen after everything she's done? The Grandi seem to raise the other regions' combined defiance to 8 or more or start a rebellion. Sitting on a bench outside a sound-bleached village, the patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Birds are singing, the market is full swing. Do you hear that on the wind? You can make out the laughter of children playing a game. Ah, yes, delightful. Wrong, it's horrible. The kingdom is totally serene and our plans are in ruins. The queen's advisors are happy with her rule. We can't buy their loyalty yet, believe me, I've tried. Patricians have to lower stability to 4 or less. We're gonna do a single tax here. Normal tax, as we said previously. See, the previous tax actually served a purpose. Why are we getting all these bad events like Plague Sheep? Troll in the dungeon? A troll in the dungeon? Let's kill the troll. Come on, let's do it. Your Majesty, the Palace Watch are reporting that there's a troll downstairs in the dungeon. Everybody run for your lives. Don't worry, Your Highness, there's no need to panic. I'll deal with the monster before it hurts anyone. Employ the troll into the military? That is a good idea. That is a really good idea. Let me talk with the troll instead. Astral, thank you so much for being here. Take care and have a good night. Your Majesty, I'm not sure that's wise. You stride past her and descend into the dungeons. 2 watch officers stand guard over the troll who's snoring in the middle of an empty cell. I say, wake up! You gesture and shout, but the troll barely moves. Poke it. Gingerly, the officers poke the troll with their long pole axes. After a few rumbling grunts, one eye opens. What? Nice to meet you. Yeah, you too. Who are you? I'm Queen Gloria. What, the Queen Gloria? Spirit, I must have not been myself last night. How did you get in here? I'm exiled from my people and it's been pretty cold this winter. So I wandered into the catacombs and went in search of summer war. Didn't know I'd end up here. Wherever here is. These are the dungeons of the royal palace. You mean to say that Wallabrook belonged to you? Sorry. Perhaps you could stay here with us. Really? Why? It's nice and warm here. That's true, but I'd want to make myself useful. You could guard my dungeons. Oh my god. Be a guard? Yes, that I can do. It's pretty easy for someone as big as me. Very well, I accept your offer. I'm Ronald, by the way. It's not Edel! It's Ronald! Oh my god! It's Ronald! It's a different troll! Pleased to meet you, Ronald. And you. I suppose I should probably help you rebuild that wall I broke. For the next few hours, Ronald helps patch up the hole while you head to bed for some much-needed shut-eye. A fair few of your advisors think you're joking when you tell them you've hired a troll to be your new jailer, your wife included. I don't think I've ever seen this. The troll will now watch over Kalimako. Such is the path of life. Yeah. Yeah, the old prisoner isn't escaping for sure now. I always got Edel. Only ever got Edel. What moved Gloria to not go for the kill there? Possibility to use the troll. She didn't know, like, she thought of the troll as an organic, like a biological golem, basically, right? She was like, let me see this troll. Maybe it's a beast and we can use it. Maybe it can be reasoned with. She didn't know what to expect, but she wanted to see if she could use it. And she managed a way to do it. Oh, nobody, yeah. Of course they don't. Modest people. So let's do the war with Ashmead. Let's do it. Ha! You should have seen the look on the Ashmead diplomat's face when I told him we're declaring war on his pathetic empire. I kicked him in the rump as he left, for good measure. We'll teach them to fear us. The Ashmead Empire's golden age is long behind it. They're still bigger than us, with more soldiers and a long history of conquest, but they lack discipline and are plagued by infighting. Yeah, that's a biological goal. The kingdom's army are in decent shape, but this will be difficult. News of the war inspire a wave of patriotic fervor across the kingdom. Old knights come out of retirement and naive youth stampede to join the army. Hopefully it'll prove enough. Rest assured, Your Majesty, you'll have our full support in this war. What's our opening gambit? Oh my god, it's a crusade? Oh my god, it's a crusade! Oh my god, it's a crusade. It is a crusade so bad. It's a crusade. It's a fucking crusade. Does the church like Gloria though? I think they like her more than they like Ashmead and Kaldiovaga. Exactly. Who was it who said that? Wait. Amy. Gloria, who killed the son of a saint? I'm the ninth god's favorite princess. Let's have a crusade. Yes. Yes. If this fails, it's on the observatory for sure. Let's do this. 90% chance. Call upon the church to declare a holy crusade. It's a success! For too long have those Ashmedians heathens been allowed to venerate their false god, Kaldavaga. We will convert them with fire and sword. The crusade triggers a shockwave across the kingdom. Dozens of holy orders turn up to supplement your regular forces. Shiny knights and armored destriers, battle lance in steel masks, warrior monks with bold heads and bad attitudes. Ha! I can work with this! I start marshalling our troops. The Empire is no easy target. We only have one chance to get this right. Nonsense! Once we've kicked in the whole house of cards will tumble down. Wait and see. Yeah, it's great. So Gloria using the church against Ashmead, even though she basically killed the successor of a saint. This is really interesting RP-wise. And obviously this happens. Yeah, Gloria grew on the church for sure. The Royal Navy has stopped a ship in the harbor of Thalassus, Your Majesty. It's a merchant vessel from Dania, and the crew have come down with some kind of plague. The captain refuses to go home, saying his crew need food and medical attention before floating any cargo. A ship is carrying fine silks and rare dyes worth thousands. I don't care what happens to the crew, we need to secure those goods. Tell me more about the plague. The infected have high fevers, oozing pustules, and uncontrollable vomiting sounds like Cribbin's Scourge, which bumped off half the kingdom a few centuries ago. We're gonna sink this, right? We're gonna sink this. We're gonna sink this. We are at war. We cannot risk an epidemic. We cannot risk an epidemic. We're gonna sink this. Sink and no quarantine. Maybe the church will for Gloria. Okay. Did you though? I mean, we cannot risk it. We just sink it. We just sink it. Junkie, hey! Yeah, we can take no chances. This is too risky. Like, imagine going to war, and then, after 6 months, the entire kingdom is struggling with an epidemic of plague. No. No, it's too risky. A few lives are worth the glory of war. Good job, Council. Good job. Your warships fire their ballista at the merchant vessel, smashing enormous holes in its hull. It sinks into the depths without trace. Good job. Good job, everyone. We don't care about any of these at all. So... Oh, wait, give me a second here. Alright. Let's do this. Let us do this. That isn't even my emblem. What? I don't think I like Gloria anymore. Happens. The uninvited guest invading the Empire. Tribute to the pirates. Oh shit, again? I think this... Ah, God. Let's start with the uninvited guest. The council has ended early for the day and you're off to visit your wife Bellona for a catch-up. But as you put your hand on the door handle to your bedchamber, you hear giggling coming from inside. Oh no. Gloria! The Queen! I mean, your Serene Highness! This better not be what I think it is. That's when you recognize the second person in the room, Aurelia, a lady patrician of the coast. She's renowned for being a heartbreaker and you've crossed paths many times around the palace. I can say you two have a few things to talk about. She slips out of the room, leaving you and Bellona to stare each other down. Somehow I'm not surprised. Bah, I wasn't expecting to get caught so quickly. Doesn't matter though. You're not angry, are you? This is what nobles do, it's part of the job. Everyone needs a bit of action on the side, no? Yeah, collecting seems like medals. Kill her? Wow. You know what? You're right, it's no big deal. Yeah, it's part of the job, yeah. No big deal. That's the spirit, and hey, no one's stopping you from finding the charming new noble to tumble with you. If you fancy it. Certainly not me. Anyways, I'll get out of your way. See you at dinner. She strides out of the room, still naked from the waist up. This might take some getting used to. As secrets go, it could be worse. At least she's not plotting your demise or conspiring with the nobles. You're shaken from your thoughts as a servant in the corridor gasps loudly as Bellona walks past him. God only knows what Bellona learned to be so careless. Yeah, Gloria cares about the war. Lesbian Gloria, Bellona, and transgender. But the idea is, I think Gloria doesn't really care. But if this goes further, she's gonna start caring because she doesn't want to lose the support of the church. Yeah, exactly, Kane. Yeah, that's a very good portrait. Taigo, how you doing, man? I'm doing great, thank you. The holiday was adventurous, but relaxing at the same time. I had a good time. I talked about it last time. Hope you're doing well. Insulting to the authority of the Queen? Not if the Queen is consensual, you know? So... I would say let's start with the war. Your Majesty, our troops are massing at the Ashmedian border. Soon we'll cross over and the war will begin in earnest. What are my instructions? This is a tough one. I think that given the fact that we are a former bandit, Yeah, it's a crusade, that's true. We're honorable? You're right, we are honorable. I think that we are honorable as a kingdom, but Gloria has a different sense of honor than other people. So I think that she's gonna bring her bandit honor. So I think that the marshal shouldn't be afraid to get her hands dirty. Yeah, precisely what Dragon Pete said. But no senseless cruelty, exactly. Yeah, I would say no war crimes. I would say B. I would say B. Is honor the way the queen wants to go? Her own kind of honor. Her own brand of honor. I think she believes that honor in the traditional sense is old. And as old, it needs to be pruned. How can this kingdom follow this honorable rogue? Because she's bold. She's making history. She's doing things that will grant songs are sung about her. Right? Like, she inspires all the nobles want to be remembered. She incarnates the ideal of deathless glory. 8 to 11, I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant, come on. She shouldn't be afraid to get her hands dirty. Very sensible policy. In warfare, there are times to be brutal and times to be merciful. You can trust me to tell the two apart. Will you be coming with me to the front lines, Your Majesty? Could get dicey. Of course I'm coming with you. Accompanied by the Marshal and a regiment of palace soldiers, you ride out to the front lines to lead the invasion into Empire territory. Most of Ashmead is a scorching hot desert dotted with the rusted hulks of strange machines. Rivers crisscross the arid landscape like tangled serpents, glittering towns of marble crowded on their banks. The Marshal soldiers are awaiting you, led by Baron Coin the Original. Time to teach the Ashmeadians come some manners. Coin the Original, I appreciate your bold head. It reminds me of my lovely wife. 60% chance to lead the charge. Fuck, it's a fail. Oh no, this does not bode well. It's eerily quiet once you cross over into Ashmead, but not for long. Your Highness, duck! And we duck. An arrow zips past your head, followed by another arrow, and another. Ambush! Ambush! Ashmeadian cavalry wielding flashing scimitars and riding skinny white horses burst from the nearby tree line. Your troops rally around you. Holy shit, but there are too many. Over several hours of exhausting fighting, you're forced back as your soldiers fall like cut grass. Your honor guards surround you, desperately striving to keep you safe as Ashmeadian charge past and arrows rain down. One by one, they're cut down, leaving you defenseless. Thank you, Lurks. Awesome, Rihanna. Welcome back, Rihanna. You ride through the chaos of battle, searching for the Marshal. The lance catches your armor and knocks you clean off your horse. You lie in the mud, staring up as a dozen Ashmeadians charge at you. And suddenly Baron Coin the Original rides up, placing his horse between you and the enemy. Fends off your attackers while you climb back into your saddle. You whip your horse into gallop with Baron Coin the Original alongside you. When you turn to thank him, you find that he's dead in the saddle, a javelin stuck through his chest. Coin the Original, rest in peace. You are a hero. You're a fucking hero. Angry trash noises. There you are. We need to retreat. Retreat. Your troops turn and flee while the Ashmeadians cut them down. Somehow, you make it back across the border and you don't stop riding until you're within the walls of the capital. The Empire will stage a counter-invasion. I'll do my best to gather our scattered troops under one banner. Oh yeah, there's definitely a statue of that guy, of Coin the Original, for sure. Coin the non-original. And now we're getting to a worse situation even. The pirates are back, Your Esteemed Highness. They're raiding our ships again, killing our crews. They're saying that our time is up and we need to pay more tribute. Damn sea thieves! How much do they want? 1800 again? Fuck. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Like, just stop, we're done. I think I'm gonna say pay them because of the defeat we just had. I think I'm gonna say let's pay them. Let's keep paying them. Like, we cannot afford to fight them right now after the loss we just had. Yeah, exactly. Our navy is in tatters because of the war. There's only one good option here. And it's to just buy time again. Ah. This is so rough for Gloria. This is so freaking rough. Maybe you wouldn't have been in a bad spot if you hadn't agreed to a senseless war. But here we are. 10-6 for paying them. Just Ghost Day Pirates. They are in the Ghost Sea, that's very smart. Count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Pay the pirates to leave your ships alone for another year. Your spymaster arranges another meeting, and we purchase one more year of pirate passivity. That's how we've been dealing with this. That's how we do. That's how we do it. A new honor guard in your heir, which might not be our heir, but who cares? So let's first do the honor guard. The deaths of your honor guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, Your Majesty, but we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them. Ah, fuck. It might be the battle lance for the crusade, yeah. I think it might be the battle lance, yeah. It makes sense to have the southern lance. It's really the worst option right now. But narratively, it just makes sense. Very good, Your Majesty. I will make the arrangements at once. The battle lance arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently. Their solemn steel masks betray nothing before filing into formation behind your throne. Yeah, I know, it's absolutely the nonce. I'm not owned in all of the church, yeah. I have no idea how shiny works. You should ask Ephra Bulbizar. He probably knows. Your heir. Quest for an heir is finally complete. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my child. Yeah. Your Esteemed Highness, may I be the first one to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Amy, thank you. Their name is Gloria II. Congrats on finding an heir, blah blah blah. And now let's deal with this shit. Your Majesty, our invasion didn't exactly go according to plan. Ashbeadian troops gave us a thrashing, and now they're pouring over the Marsha border. It doesn't look good. I'm all out of ideas. Maybe the council can help? Ah, shit. I say we trust in the Barons here. Right? We try to fight it. I think we try to fight it. Yeah, I think this is... We try to get a glorious win. To turn an unglorious loss into a glorious win. We risk it for the biscuit here. This is everything. If we win here, there's a chance. If we don't, all is lost. I think that, yeah, if we lose here, Gloria's credibility plummets. Why are you pawning these on us? Because I believe in you. If we lose here, am I super peace? Yeah, for sure. Barons, I trust you. 60%. Let's do this. Let's send this curse home. Oh shit! Oh no, 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 this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Piece of cake! Baron Oceanus Ver rides off to muster your defenses. And I love that it's Oceanus Ver to do this. You know, the head of an important knightly order. The wit is excruciating until a week later your marshal bursts in to inform you that Ashmead began its attack last night, and the first battle is already over. It was a terrible battle, Your Majesty, but Baron Oceanus Ver's troops were overwhelmed and he was gravely wounded. Arrow in the stomach, is not expected to survive the night, but at least he died a hero. Second person to die due to this war, Oceanus Ver. That was a glorious death. The people from the Bonn viewer, from House Bonn, would be proud of you. They would die to get a death like this. Meanwhile, those of us who are still alive are in serious trouble. Ashmeadian troops are flooding across the border into the marsh. This is a disaster. This is a fucking disaster. This is a disaster! Oh, that's so good, kinda. Yeah, I agree, Dragon Pit. I agree. Yeah, Oceanus Ver and Coin will be remembered as war heroes, while Gloria might be remembered as a somebody who launched a foolish war which devastated the nation. What are we going to do? As soon as this meeting is over, I intend to ride down to the march and salvage the situation as best as I can. For the next month, Ashmeadian soldiers accompanied by enormous stomping war golems win several key victories over your troops and occupy much of the march. They loot troops, they loot shops, pillage churches, and raze farmlands. This is devastating. The war may already be lost. Wow. 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 Well, auction time. Spend your money at least. Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the bill you want to fund followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising trade for the barons with a grand bazaar by funding A, lowering faith for the barons with an observatory by funding B, raising stability with a library by funding C, lowering authority with theater by funding D, raising farming for the patricians with an aqueduct by funding E, and lowering stability with a prison by funding F. I have a feeling that people will start going against the queen now, you know? But they're gonna be starting to fund things to pass their schemes. I have that feeling. 20 seconds left. Kitty Cathy, how much money you have? You have... Kitty... You have 1,000 gold. I'm gonna let you know when there's 5 seconds left here. Which is... Now there's 5 seconds left. Do it. It might have still. It might have. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I'm just funding F because I want my... Oh, that's reasonable. Shiny Quirks. That's a very expensive prison. And Tial is spending all the money to get a Grand Bazaar. So raising trade for the march, trying to recover, and lowering stability. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Your ambition? Our ambition is fucked. You know what? I'm going to... I usually go with this first, but I'm gonna do a hopeless war before I do the ambition. We're gonna do an invasion of privacy first, and then the other one, and then the ambition. You're reading a nice book while the wind howls outside the castle and you're interrupted by a startling noise. It's coming from the next room over and... oh. Ever since your wife Bellona and Lady Patricia and Aurelia started seeing each other more often, they've been enjoying themselves a little too much. The Alcatraz of the coast. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Keep it down in there. If they hurt you, they make no indication of it. You bury your nose in your book. But it's too much to ignore. If you can hear them, surely someone else will. Striding into the spare room, you throw the door open in a huff. Steps below, your Serene Highness, you scared me. By the ninth, Gloria, what are you doing in here? For the love of the night... oh my god. Do we do this? Yeah, for the love of the ninth god. No, I think it would be this. Bellona, please, you have to be more careful. Bellona apologizes profusely, promising to be more discreet in the future. You certainly hear a lot less of them in the coming days. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. At least one thing is going well. By God, the audacity. Yeah, I'm not saying exactly. I'm not saying I disapprove. I'm just saying, yeah, please turn it down. Good event. A hopeless war. Your Majesty, the Empire has occupied over half of the march and is still advancing on the capital. Our troops are in disarray. We're losing. But we haven't lost yet. At this rate, it's only a matter of time. We need to make a desperate, last-ditch attempt to drive the Ashmedians back. And if we fail, our goose is cooked. Assassinate the Emperor! Oh my god. Oh my god. I've never seen this. Oh my god. There's no goose. We killed it already. Yeah, I had never seen Assassinate the Emperor. God, I wish I had the money. I, for one, welcome our Ashmedian overlords. It's probably like 2,500 or something, right? I would say. It's probably... yeah. Ooh, beg for a peace treaty and offer expensive concessions. That's not what we want. I think that Gloria is still playing for the long run. I think Gloria wants to do this in order to try to gain some time to gather more armies. She still has not given up. And then counterattack. You know? Yeah. I think she still wants to do that. I think she still wants to counterattack. I swear this time we'll defeat them. Please don't want less battle. You can vote for that. If that's what the nobles want. I mean, that I could also see nobles voting for C for the final battle in order to accelerate the demise of Gloria, you know? So if you want to go against Gloria, you gotta vote C. Because that's a very easy way for her to just lose everything. So I could see that from some nobles to vote C to just make her lose everything. But the barons still are going with what Gloria is suggesting. 7 to 12, I'm going to be counting down with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Pretend that the capital's come down with the plague. And it's a success! Leave this to me, we're going to need a lot of pigs. The city watch burned great heaps of dead pigs dressed in peasant rags. That's so smart. Pigs are buried in mass graves. Your spymaster hires actors to lie pathetically in the streets, theatrically groaning. When Ashmeadian spies report this new plague back to their emperor, they decide to leave the capital alone, fearing they'll bring the illness back to their homeland. But that doesn't save the rest of the kingdom. Ashmeadian troops rampage through the other regions, looting and pillaging to their heart's content, before returning home with wagon loads of booty. That's what happens when you put a former bandit on the throne. That's what happens. Exactly, still. Individualism, right? The queen saved the crown lands and left the rest of the kingdom to rot. They're both on stage 2. Exactly, Amy. Yeah. This is devastating. You saved the capital from a siege, but the rest of the kingdom turns against you, claiming that you left them to fend for themselves. I doubt Ashmead will attack us again. They got what they came for, loot and land for themselves, and humiliation for us. A shameful defeat. Half of my homeland is still under occupation, the history books will remember. Queen Gloria is the fool who lost the war. Crash? I cannot fall for you for that. Jesus. Your ambition. Gloria tried to prune their old traditions, but tried to cling to the idea of personal glory with that crusade against Ashmead. Yeah. Witch Hunt activates no matter what, I think, right? At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. But so far, you've done a dismal job of it. The kingdom's armies have never been weaker. You're more likely to be conquered than a conqueror. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your other advisors survive their ideas. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. Win the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Or the common folk, or a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. Or Scepter of Sages, and try to be legitimized. So... The Scepter of the Sages. The Church is the most logical move for Gloria, it feels. Are you sure, though? Because we just lost a crusade. You know? Exactly, Shanna's Ver. She destroyed the march. I definitely don't think it's going to be beloved by the common folk, given how she left them to die in the during the invasion. Spy network, church, or sages. Sages would make sense in the sense that it would emulate the Kalimacos. Church would make sense what happened so far, but I don't think it makes sense at this point. You know? But prune the old, yeah. She can pivot. I'm looking at either the Spy Network or the Scepter of Sages. I'm thinking that, you know, Shiny Horse. Oh, she is desperate. She's really desperate. And what I'm trying to figure out is what that desperation makes, you know, how it shapes her reaction to this. You want to print the old? Yeah, but she can pivot. She can pivot. Again, these mottos are not rigid as the previous trade system. So she can pivot. It's either Spy Network or Scepter of Sages. Let me think about this for a second here. I mean, it's not gonna matter probably, but let me think about it. Just to this is where we decide. This is a turning point for Gloria. It's super important for her narrative arc. I think she doesn't believe she can regain yeah, I think she doesn't believe she can regain trust. So these two are out. And the church, I think she probably has lost the trust of the faith. I think I think that she believes her only option is to go on the defensive and prevent problems. So it's going to be Spy Network. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Hane. Yeah. 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 That's gonna be rough. Live in the south in the back garden of sun-bleached villa, a number of grandees crowd around a figure, raising their arms in a toast. Here's to the future mother Carmen and the golden age on the horizon. May the ninth god strike down the false queen for her wickedness. Soon the Inquisition will be complete and the Archbishop will crown our claimant, but what should be done with the Queen? My friends, grandees, it is your time to decide how you want to end this. Do you want to burn the Queen at the stake, trying to lower stability? Or do you want to show mercy in exchange for abdication, trying to lower authority? What do you want to do, grandees? What do you want to do? It's been a while. Yeah, that's true, Shiny Quirks. But this is close. This is very close. I see a bunch of people saying she must die, but just as many people are voting to not kill her. Wow, this is a tie. 4-4. Ah, Marley. Alright. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to vote. If you're a Grandee and you have not voted, you can break the tie right now. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. It's a tie, 50-50. Show mercy in exchange for abdication. Lower authority. Let her leave dishonored and outcast. It's boring, but it will appease the masses, and the Archbishop has lost his taste for public burnings as of late. Now we must ensure that the Queen can't strong-arm anyone into fighting on her behalf. For the final stage of the scheme, the Grandees must lower authority to 1 or less. Well... we just do a normal tax here. That's what we do. We can't afford to do anything else. The good word? We rarely ever kill people, right? Yeah. Let's take care of the Horling attack. This should be a simple enough matter. Hello, Raduza. Dang, you're cute. You're a cutie. Highness, I'm ruined. Horlings have occupied my vineyard and driven my stuff away. You know, I think the answer might just be, I have no time for petty problems such as these. Within a month, you hear that Grandy Reduza has gone bankrupt and has been reduced to begging on the streets of Aranjar. Oh my god! I'm so sorry, Reduza. Oh my god! I mean, I said it at the start. You know? I said it at the start. This sounds like a very small matter that can be solved really, really easily, really quickly. There you go. And I think that Gloria denies help because she's so focused on trying to save herself that she doesn't even... She's like, yeah, no, this is too trivial. I don't care. You fix it. Wow. Wow. Sorry, Reduza. Yeah, this does not help. I know. I think I know who's gonna be the lewdest spot in the tier list. We'll see. The good word. Greetings, Gloria. I've had an idea. As you know, the people of the South are quite pious. As a member of the royal household and an avid adherent of the church myself, I thought I might go back to my homeland for a time and take the opportunity to preach in your favor. You mean make me some kind of saint? Not exactly. I mean, unless they really start to like you, but support from the church can't be a bad thing, can it? I agree. We need all the support we can gather right now. You have a good reputation, Bellona, so hopefully it's good, right? Praise be, I'll make the preparations immediately. Yeah, if this fails, oh my god. Word spread fast that the Queen Consort is planning a tour of the South. Thousands flock to the towns and villages where she plans to stop. Once she arrives, Bellona gives a series of impassioned speeches to the locals, preaching at length about your good standing with the church. It strikes a chord. The Spymaster happily announces that your popularity is rising all across the region. Okay. Don't think Bellona can save Gloria? Well, we'll see. Ambition check. There is a chance. Oh my god, if Gloria wins this, this is going to be her managing to save herself at the very last second. And I'm sure that if she manages to save herself, people are going to fucking hate her child. Subtly, and hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. You are... I have no idea where you are. You are Patrician, there you are. All goes according to plan. Your Majesty, let me show you. Your Spymaster takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's rib. I can be sure of their loyalty. I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the cohorts of all the nobles on your council disguised as traveling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colorful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattering, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we'll have a spy network, the likes of which the worlds have never seen. I would make even the Gaunt of Tavalian look like rank amateurs. Yeah, good luck with that. Alright, Rihanna, thank you so much for being here. Take care. I'll see you next time. Hope you had a good time. Yeah, Kalingo IV sacrificed himself for the good of the many, and guess what? Gloria did exactly the opposite. This should put us up to their foolish schemes, and will keep the kingdom stable for the rest of your reign. A little blackmail is a small price to pay. A week passes before you hear more news. Your Spymaster arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem, clutched between two fingertips. This is a message from one of our agents in the field, Your Majesty. I sent her to Baron Modespikel's keep, disguised as a singing jester, armed with a lute and set juggling bowls. Open it. Of course. 70% chance. Gloria, you can make it. Wait to hear the success of your fledgling spy. Oh my god, it's a success! Oh my god, it's a success. I was thinking the same, Amy. I'm wondering why Ismay is still helping. I kind of hope that Gloria manages to do this. Because I want to see a reign that we start with the monarch that everybody hates. I kind of want to see this. The Spy Master studies the scroll for a moment and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed into Baron Modespikel's court with open arms and is already flattering him with fawning songs. That's true, Vaspir, yeah, you're right. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. For the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. Oh my god, this is an 80% chance. This might actually be where Bologna makes a difference. 80% chance. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a success! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Next train is gonna go. It's going to burn. The next train is going to burn from season 1. Yeah, the Pats were about to rebel. Oh my god. Next episode. A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for news. Good news, Your Majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of our noble's darkest secrets. Did you know that Baron Modespikel has an irrational fear of pickles? You do now. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. Yes, Your Majesty, let it all out. A bout of insane laughter now and then is good for the soul. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. You are celebrating a bad ending and the death of justice? You know, I'm celebrating a great narrative for next reign. That's what I'm celebrating. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Gloria will live the rest of her life in fear. Yeah. Yeah. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, Your Highness, I was thinking taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? No. I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go, chop chop. Baron, can you come up here for a moment? I need a word in private. Baron Exocor walks up to your throne. Their face quizzical. Your spy master leans over and whispers something in their ear, and they look suddenly horrified. By my honor, how did you know that? Only my mother knows about that. Sit down, Baron. If the Queen doesn't want to vote today, there will be no vote. Oh yeah, for sure, mystery. There's gonna be a lot of planned assassinations, yeah. Baron Exocor returns to their seat trembling like a leaf. This is an outrage. The vote must go ahead. Hey, care for some picolade? Leave me alone, I'll do whatever you say. I could get used to this. When you leave the council, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation, or else. Your wife meets you back at your chambers, your heir Gloria the second in her arms. First the 9th, you really showed them who's queen. Thinks my master is my heir, she's loyal to the kingdom, but she's just here like, you technically did not destroy the kingdom, so I'll help you oppress the people. Yeah, if the next monarch gets overthrown, the spy master is dead. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Pickle juice, yeah, there you go. Everyone who ever crossed me will pay. Let's swear about that tomorrow. For now, we should celebrate. That night you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. Oh, they will plot for sure, though. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. GG, everybody. GG. Good game. And congrats to Gloria. Poor Gloria the second. I really want to see their face. Oh my god. I think this is a great ending narratively. Yeah, this is a bad ending for real. The bad monarch ended up winning. That's incredible. Definitely not poisoned, yeah. The Barons celebrated their victory and Gloria was venerated as a true hero of the march. But some whispered that the Barons were losing control of their puppet as the Queen consolidated her power around her heir apparent, Gloria II. The Grannies continued to throw accusations of witchcraft and heresy at their enemies. Everyone gradually learned to ignore them. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption, but what's news about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process, a bad investment. Queen Gloria ruled from the shadows, getting her way in the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it the golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, Queen Gloria died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Yeah, I agree. I think that this is non-canon. I think that pretty much everybody hated Gloria. Barons, grannies, and patricians all despised her in the end, and even the peasants. The peasants have been ravaged by the war, by the invading Armenian army, so they hate her too, because they had to spend decades rebuilding. So, yeah, I think that this is actually a rule of terror and paranoia due to the spy network. And at the end of it, they're all like, I think that in the very last years and months of Gloria's reign, everybody's just there waiting to pounce right after her death. I have the impression that they're just waiting for her to die, for that moment of political vacuum, power vacuum, then just pounce on the heir and get rid of this cursed lineage. Yeah, I think that everybody despises her. Barons, grannies, and patricians hate her, and the peasants too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like how it's not Gloria winning is bad because it means our dynasty's ideas failed to stand up to her, but it's instead this is the bad ending because Gloria fucking sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Dragopete, yeah. Oh yeah, it's a bad ending though, Slip and Slap. Why is the spy network and blackmailing for just completely gone after the monarch dies anyways? I would say that the new monarch has to re-establish it, probably. You know? Let's continue. Queen Gloria this lie. This is very appropriate. Richest noble is Warzy. Poorest noble is poor Red Duza. Not due to merit though. And she's so paranoid she didn't leave the network to Gloria II. Maybe that too. And let's look at the poor Gloria II who will start with the hate of all nobles next time. Oh, look at Gloria II! Look at Gloria II. Oh, yeah, sure, lurks. 1018 to 1020. So it's gonna start in 1035, right? Yeah. They do look affable. Yeah. A bandit through the core, yeah. Pompous freak. We'll see. At least you got to leave. Yeah. Yeah. For the greater good. Oh no. I did bad things for the greater bad. Trust me. Yeah. No, narratively, this is perfect. I agree. Don't win by taking the straight path. Win by outflanking them. Yeah. Yeah, Gloria has united the kingdom, but not in a good way. Exactly. The rumors have it that Gloria died from poison. Yeah. What happened? Oh, this was a wild ride, Astral. The kingdom is fucked. This is the bandit way to win, yeah. Not really a tyrant. Maybe in the end, but for self-defense. You know? Just a really shitty ruler. Yeah. This will be looked back on as a dark age of the kingdom, for sure. Yeah. Oh, they have a good reason to be angry. This monarch sucked. Yeah. Yeah, this is insane. Oh, playing this monarch is going to be the saddest monarch ever, I think. It's gonna be really sad to play them. But at the same time, I cannot wait. I think it's gonna be very, like, this is a very new thing that we had. I don't think we've ever had a bad ruler who survived and managed to snatch out a win quite like this. You know, with the kingdom united and trying to oppose them, and not even getting a chance to oppose them, so that they will get it out on the successor. I agree, Dragon Pit, yeah. Yeah, she was doing good at the start. Good stuff. I wonder how paranoid the new monarch is. Oh, I'll think about it. Exactly, yeah. Snatch the win in the most tyrannical way. The nobles are fuming, but this is pretty cool. I love it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you write on Discord about this. Because I'm sure there will be people conspiring immediately. Good stuff. Alright. Alright. Okay, everybody. People are already conspiring, I have no doubt. I'm gonna quickly open up Discord before going to bed and check it out. That's awesome. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for playing. This was episode 5 of the Bladesong Dynasty, our recurring role-playing dynasty in King of the Castle. Episode 6 is going to be sometime next week. I'm going to be announcing the exact date after I get my work shifts. It might not be on Wednesday, I'll let you know. But thank you. Thank you for being here, from playing, and for getting us this amazing, amazing bad ending. And I genuinely cannot wait to play as poor Gloria II and seeing how quick you can burn them at the stake. I'll see you next time. Thank you for playing. Bye.